Hey drama fans, welcome back to the channel. Today we're breaking down the first and second episodes of Ms. Incognito, and trust me, this premiere does not hold back. From rags to riches twists, to a contract marriage that turns into a deadly trap, episode 1 sets the stage for betrayal, secrets, and survival. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because I'll be covering every episode of this drama as it drops. Alright, let's jump right in. The story begins with Kim Young-ran. She's a bodyguard, strong and capable, but life hasn't been kind to her. She works hard in the shadows, protecting people of power, but she herself has no power, no wealth, and no future to look forward to. Right away, the drama paints her as someone who's learned to survive in tough circumstances. Every glance, every decision she makes shows discipline, but also loneliness. You can feel that she's someone who's had to give up her own dreams just to get by. And then, her path crosses with the one man who will change her fate, Ga Sung-ho, the powerful chairman of the Gasung Group. She applied to be his bodyguard and was immediately rejected by the interviewer, but immediately they did a background check on her. She got the job. Now Sung-ho is no ordinary man. He's wealthy, respected, but also gravely ill. His time is running out, and he knows it. Around him, his family members, stepchildren, greedy relatives, scheming outsiders, are already circling, waiting to fight over his fortune. At the shareholders meeting, his stepson has no experience and knowledge of how to run a business, and this pisses him off. When Kim Young got accepted for the job, she moved into the mansion of Sung-ho and became allies with her roommate. She quickly learned how things happened in the house. She learned that everyone was only kind to the money and there was no loyalty. One night when she was trying to cook noodles and noticed something strange in the kitchen cabinet. When she looked at it, she found a camera, and proceeded to check out the whole building. The wealthy old man was impressed that she could find the camera on her own. Sung-ho is very particular about his business, and none of his children have really shown any particular interests. Therefore, he is not about to let them tear apart everything he built. When Kim Young found the hidden camera in the house, she asked the man if he feels someone is planning to kill him, and he tells her the story of his daughter whom he sent to study abroad but was sent home dead. In his proof, his stepdaughter was there in New York when it happened. This makes him very cautious and seek for revenge, always by setting a trap. We're introduced to Ga Sun-young, the chairman's stepdaughter. From the very first moment, she despises Semi. She sees her as a shameless gold digger, a woman who appeared out of nowhere to steal what isn't hers. Sun-young doesn't even try to hide her contempt. Every look, every word drips with venom. That's when he makes a shocking proposal to Young-ran. He asks her to marry him. Not for love, not for companionship, but as a contract marriage. For 3 months, she'll become his legal wife, under the new identity of Bu Semi. This way, she becomes the buffer between his inheritance and the people trying to steal it. At first, Young-ran is stunned. This is dangerous. This is absurd. But as Sung-ho lays it out, she realizes the truth. This may be her only chance to escape the cycle of poverty and debt she's been stuck in her whole life. After a tense moment of hesitation, she accepts. Chairman Ga Sung-ho's condition worsens with every passing day. His once powerful presence is now reduced to a frail figure lying in a hospital bed after he collapsed in his private room, hooked up to machines. Despite his weakness, he clings to clarity just long enough to reassure Kim Young, telling her to stay strong, that she must protect herself no matter what. But around them, the atmosphere in the Gasung mansion grows darker. His relatives and stepchildren stop pretending to care. They hover like vultures, counting the minutes until he takes his last breath. And then, in one of the most haunting scenes so far, Sung-ho raises the gun to his head and fires. The echo of the shot reverberates through the mansion, sending the household into chaos, and everyone rushes towards the sound. Blood stains his bed as servants and family rush in, screaming. Attorney Lee and Kim Young, horrified, freezes at the doorway. For her, this isn't just the death of her contract husband, it's the collapse of the fragile shield that protected her secret life. The news spreads instantly, first through hushed whispers in the hospital halls, then exploding into public headlines. And just like that, the inheritance war officially begins. Kim Young, still in shock, realizes the gravity of what's happened. She is no longer just his wife on paper, she is now the legal widow of one of Korea's most powerful men. That title makes her both untouchable and dangerously exposed at the same time. As soon as their father died, his stepchildren begin to plan and rejoice, taking over the company. Until they heard of his marriage agreement with Kim Young. They became livid and confronted her at the procession. She was bold and graceful to their surprise. She accuses her of scheming her way into the family fortune. Her words are venomous, filled with rage. "You think you can take what's ours? Over my dead body." Meanwhile, Lee Don, the sly attorney, begins his own quiet moves. He doesn't attack semi-directly. Instead, he starts questioning the validity of her marriage, studying documents, and whispering into the ears of board members. He knows the law inside and out, and his calm smile makes him even more dangerous. The mansion, once Sung-ho's stronghold, turns hostile overnight. Kim Young tries to hold her ground, keeping up the brave face that Sung-ho once trusted her to wear. But the threats grow bolder. Anonymous letters appear at her door, warning her to leave before it's too late. Strange faces follow her on the street. Even the servants in the mansion grow cold, watching her every move. Kim Young realizes the threats aren't just intimidation anymore. Her secret identity is at risk of being blown open, and her life is in danger. On the day of the incineration of the old man, the professor ordered the butler to keep her inside for a week and promised them 100 million. Luckily for her, the troublesome girl heard everything and came to tell her. She immediately overpowered them and escaped from the mansion. With no allies left in the city, Kim Young makes the agonizing decision to leave. In a tense sequence, she slips away, abandoning the mansion and everything it represented, and initiated the plan faster. She flees not as the powerful widow Bu Semi, but as Kim Young ran again, a woman on the run, stripped of protection, clinging to survival. The city that once promised her a new identity has now turned into a trap she barely escaped alive. And that's how Sung-ho's death changes everything. What was supposed to be a 3-month contract for safety and power becomes a nightmare of betrayal and flight. Now the big question is, where will Semi go from here? Can she truly disappear, or will the enemies she left behind track her down? If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because I'll be covering every episode of this drama as it drops.